This is the Morning Spill Sports Podcast.
The Morning Spill Sports Podcast.
Starring Jacob, accompanied by Trey and Danny. Let's kick your workday off right.
All right, welcome back. As always, I'm Jacob.
And I'm Trey.
How you doing today, Trey? It's we're recording a little bit earlier than normal.
It's nice to have a day off. It's nice to wake up and just kind of open a beer. If you didn't know, guys, me and Jacob are alcoholics.
Well, speak for your fucking self there, buddy.
So you moved back to Texas all of a sudden. You don't drink like a fish with me, huh? Okay.
No, I still do. I'm just saying, speak for yourself.
Okay, alcoholic is a bad term, but we drink a lot of alcohol.
Yeah, you make it sound like there's like an issue with the amount that we drink.
I mean, it's definitely an issue for most, not for us, but you know. Some would say we drink too much, but then at some point I think it's just not enough.
Some would say we drink too little.
Some would. Real alcoholics.
Yo, okay, so I saw this fucking Frankenstein of an NBA player. I shared it on our Twitter.
Mm-hmm.
I posted it on Twitter. The worst NBA player.
I did, yeah, I saw that one on top of the Twitter.
Dude. So if you haven't seen it, it says Isaiah's height, J.R. Smith's IQ, Lonzo Ball's form, Ben Simmons' shot, Jordan Clarkson's passing, Dirk Nowitzki's athleticism, which is bad.
It's terrible.
And then Derrick Rose's right knee and Tracy McGrady's left knee.
It's so bad.
The only one I don't agree with is Fultz's free throws. I feel like it should have been like Shaq's.
Shaq. Oh, but are they just going off of like? Well, I get. Oh, is Dirk still playing? Huh?
No, he retired.
He retired. Oh, then yeah, they should have put like Shaq's free throws.
Yeah. Because either him or oh god, what was that other guy who was terrible at free throws too?
It's a long line.
DeAndre Jordan.
Oh god, Jordan's terrible at Hey,
yeah.
But those last few years, that fool's been sneaking some free throws though.
You know, he has gotten better, but I would still
throw him
if my life came down to him making 2 free throws back to back, I would just start packing up, like
kissing everyone
no
goodbye.
Question about it.
Just kissing everyone goodbye. Dude, I love would also include like Kyrie's leadership, Andrew Wiggins' work ethic. This is my favorite one, Tristan Thompson's loyalty. D. Rosen's clutchness, and Jock Stanima. So bad.
Oh shit, dude! This I love it because this is true. This would literally be the worst NBA player, like ever.
Oh, God, that would be really bad.
So there is this list going out. And Trey, you know, I kind of wanted to see who you would go with. It's a list of quarterbacks, running backs, and wide receivers, and they condensed it down. And so for quarterbacks, it's Tom Brady, Deshaun Watson, Aaron Rodgers, Lamar Jackson, Patty Mahomes, Russell Wilson, and Drew Brees.
Okay.
From that list, who would you take as your quarterback?
Is this like this is just like one game or 1,000 games? Doesn't really matter. Just.
I would say like as like no the. I don't want to say like everyone in their prime because a few of these people haven't even hit their prime yet.
Yeah.
So I would just say one game.
Okay. I would probably go with. Oh, this is tough.
This one is tough.
I wouldn't take Jackson. Probably wouldn't take Watson, just because of the star power that's on here already. It would probably come down to like Patty, Wilson, or Breeze. I'm just gonna go with my boy Drew Brees. It was close between those three though, because honestly I was thinking about taking Russell Wilson because that fool is such a good quarterback. But just for one game, you know what? I'm gonna go with my boy Breeze.
I'm thinking just for one game, like you gonna want to bring the heat, so I think I'm going Patty Mahomes on that one.
Patty Mahomes, okay, yeah,
yeah.
He was there too. He was there in my top three.
Yeah, but I mean, and I think it's interesting that choosing Breeze because like especially with like I would say for sure Breeze, Rodgers, and Brady. Like you think of their past, like you think of like what they've done.
Yeah.
So that's totally understandable of why they're in the running. But like I said, I think for just one game, I want explosive power, and I think I gotta go with Patty Mahomes.
You know what? I'm gonna switch to Russell.
Don't you change, you little bitch.
I think I'm gonna go with Wilson on this one actually, because you're right. When it comes to explosiveness and stuff, I'm gonna go with not my boy because I hate Seattle, but I'm gonna go with Russell Wilson on this one just because he's
I think long term Drew Brees would be
for a whole season.
Right there, for a whole season. But I think like if it's just one game. Like, you need someone explosive. Yeah. And I'm not saying Breeze isn't, but I'm just saying, like, Breeze is going to take the long way to get there.
Yeah.
These guys are going to go up front.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Wilson then.
Okay. And so now we get into the running backs. This one's kind of tough.
It is.
Derrick Henry, Nick Chubb, Christian McCaffrey, Zeke Elliott, Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Saquon Barkley.
Man, it's honestly a toss-up between Run CMC and fucking Alvin Kamara, because I feel like them with Russell Wilson would be really good because they can either run the ball, but Russell Wilson's very good at using check-down running backs. I'm going to go with Run CMC. I'm going to go with McCaffrey.
Oh, man. I really want to go with McCaffrey, too.
Mm-hmm.
The only thing...
I mean, Zeke wouldn't be a bad bet for that, too. But...
Well, because I'm thinking, like... Just in case, like say... Like, there's a limitation of the running back can only run.
Yeah, that's why I would do.
Does that change your choice?
No, I'd still go with McCaffrey because McCaffrey can run. This season, he definitely showed that he can be a true running back. And that's the thing, Kamara he seems more like he should be a wide receiver. You know what I mean?
See, I feel like McCaffrey should be more of a wide receiver.
Well, McCaffrey can run. He can run down that gut and fucking just take it to the house or beat you on a stretch.
Okay, so we're locking on quarterback. Don't have to worry about that.
Okay.
But okay, so to try to see if it can make it any clearer, because I'm not trying to like change your answer. Like McCaffrey is still very dominant, but
we're just talking.
What if this was? Yeah, so what if this was the running back could only run, there's no checkdowns, but you had the perfect offensive line. Oh. Meaning like creating holes, like doing whatever you like, just being perfect pretty much.
I'm going to go with...
So like your quarterback would never get sacked.
Okay.
Your running back, they're going to open a hole for you on every single play. Who you going with?
Then I got to go with Derrick Henry.
See, I'm going Saquon.
You going Saquon? Yeah, I could see that
yeah,
too.
Dude. But yeah, dude, Derrick Henry behind a perfect offensive line, bro, you are not stopping him.
Because you barely get stopping with Titans. Titans do have a solid offensive line, but I would just knock it right under solid. You know what I mean? Like
yeah,
because
I'm thinking, and like you, I like the way that I look at it is I'm also looking at like after contact.
Yeah.
Like who of these people would go down first?
Yeah.
You know, like yards after contact. I don't think Nick Chubb averages very well, but like I feel
Cook
like
does.
Zeke and I feel like Zeke and Saquon kind of are in like I feel like they're kind of the same player.
Yeah.
You know, like the play style. They're both just like very big, physical for their height, and they can just like run through you or like spin on a dime or just jump over you. Whereas Derrick Henry is just like a workhorse. Like
Yeah.
he is your stallion. Like he's just gonna run.
He's just gonna haul you over.
Yeah. But no, yeah. I mean, I like that pick.
Yeah. I like your pick too. I really do. Like it was a toss up between because we were doing just running. I was either gonna go with Henry, Cook, or Saquon. Just because Cook's very
For
good.
pure run.
Yeah, just for the pure run. But Derrick Henry's he's my guy. I got his jersey in my closet. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Okay, now wide receiver. Once again, this is going to be like the wide receiver isn't going up against like a shutdown corner. Okay. Michael Thomas, DeAndre Hopkins, Julio Jones, Amari Cooper, Tyreek Hill, Odell Beckham Jr., and Devontae Adams.
Ooh, those are such all good wide receivers. Because even if we're thinking like OBJ didn't have a phenomenal season, but as a wide receiver,
He's still a
beast. And then especially I'm still gonna go with the boy Michael Thomas, just off of pure being a wide receiver. Like, because Tyreek Hill, you can consider him a running back, wide receiver, special teams.
He's a Swiss Army knife. Yeah, he can be anywhere.
So even because I could even throw in Devontae Adams, but I think Michael Thomas is just overall with his speed, his height, the way he can catch with those 50-50 balls. I'm still gonna stick with Michael Thomas.
I'm going DeAndre Hopkins.
Yeah.
That's my boy.
Yeah.
Just because, like, not last season, but the season before, bro, his catch rate was like 99.7%.
Yeah.
Like, he only missed or dropped one ball. So, like,
I had him in fantasy.
bro, that's like the most reliable you could be. Yeah, dude. But, I mean, Michael Thomas is still a super solid wide receiver.
Okay, so
So my final picks: Patty Mahomes, Saquon Barkley, and DeAndre Hopkins.
And my final picks: Wilson, Henry, and Thomas. Damn, those are some like either way, like either side.
I feel like my three would beat your three.
Think so? I think maybe the quarterback spot, maybe, yeah. But I don't know. Jacob. I can't agree with you on this.
If you think about it, other than Barkley, I chose AFC and you chose the NFC.
Oh my god. Oh yeah, our running backs.
Well, other than Henry, right?
Other than our running backs, I stuck with the NFC and you went with
NFC.
the AFC.
Yeah.
It just brings it back to it. It just brings it back to this always argument.
Yeah, the AFC is better.
I don't know. You took a running back out of the NFC. So.
All right, guys. Well, I mean, we would love to see who you guys choose as well. So you should build your list and tag us on social media.
Definitely. And if we really do like your list, maybe if you join the Patreon, then maybe we'll throw your pick out there. But we will take our favorite combination that's not our combinations, and maybe we'll do a little post.
I feel like that's not fair because my combination was perfect, so everyone's going to choose that combination.
But that's what makes it better if someone picks a different combination and we like it a lot.
But what I'm saying, no one's going to.
Safe. Okay.
They're going to choose what I chose because I'm smart.
What if no one picks you? What if everyone's like commenting like, Jacob, you're an idiot?
Jacob's trash. No, honestly, the ones that I saw was Patty Mahomes, Christian McCaffrey, and Michael Thomas. Those were like the most consistent ones.
Yeah, I could see that.
Those three.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
honestly, I feel like everyone would just pick Patty Mahomes just purely he's MVP. He won a Super Bowl MVP, which I still think Chris Jones should have got MVP for the Super Bowl, but I'm not going to argue. But I mean, of course, Patrick Mahomes would be the logical choice. You know what I mean? I just wanted to go with somebody that has experience in the NFL, has won multiple MVPs, Super Bowl MVPs. That's why I went with Russell Wilson.
No, I feel it. You ain't got to defend yourself, Trey.
No, but like,
I ain't trying to attack you right now.
no, I'm not trying to attack you. Just because you're very basic and you just want to take Patty Mahomes. But
he just called me a fucking basic bitch.
Hey, you're the one who threw in the bitch. I just said basic, but
All right, let me throw this hypothetical out at you.
Okay.
So, at the end of every NFL season, the winner of the XFL championship should play the worst NFL team that season. If the XFL team wins, they get promoted to the NFL, and then the NFL team gets demoted.
The Bengals will never be seen in the NFL again.
Bro.
Ever again.
Your new Houston Roughnecks are a part of the NFL now.
Oh no, I think it's gonna be the St. Louis Battlehawks that'll be part of the NFL.
Yo, I mean that could actually work because St. Louis doesn't have a team anymore.
That's true, and then Texas can't have 3 teams. That's not fair.
2 of them from Houston.
They'll play out of the same stadium.
Bro, that would just be funny as shit though.
That'd be so good.
They'd be like, "Oh, you're on the chopping block. Like, prove why you should stay in."
Yeah, we would never see the Bengals ever again. I feel like the Bengals would be like the worst in the XFL too.
No kidding, dude. They would just stay at the bottom of the barrel. If it was like cutthroat like that and like it was going off of this season, bro, the Bengals, because like they're out of the NFL, so there's no way that they would be able to get good players anymore.
Ever again. It would just be wash-ups.
Ever again, you would never see them. Oh,
Andy Dalton
so
would just
funny.
continue to be like in the league.
They're finally making talks about them finally like trying to trade Dalton.
God, they're finally, Jesus.
I mean,
I'm sorry, like Dalton's just not a good quarterback.
you don't think so?
I don't think so.
I think he's pretty decent.
I
I
think-
think he had a bad year last year.
I think he's had bad years for quite a while now. I think they should have kept A.J. McCarron and built off of A.J. McCarron. But they let him go. Because A.J. McCarron, like, did really well in playoffs when Andy Dalton got hurt. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, no, I see it. I think he led the Bengals team to like what am I trying to say? Like better standings, I guess.
Yeah.
Because there was a few seasons that they weren't terrible.
No.
Like they were
really
good.
Like they were in playoffs. Like what? Like 4 years ago.
Yeah, and
Which,
that was
like,
with Dalton. So
4 years ago seems like a long time, but in NFL it's not. 4
Yeah.
years ago is like right around the corner, honestly.
what about this one? Well, actually, hang on real quick. Zion. I know I gave him a lot of trash, and it is what it is. I'll bite the bullet. But out of his last 7 out of 8 games, he's averaged like 20-something points.
Yeah, now he's...
The fool's an animal.
Yeah.
And he's only 19.
It's ridiculous.
Dog, he's only going to get better.
He's
He
huge.
just needs to watch his weight.
Yeah.
Because he has a body of Shaq, but he's playing like D-Rose, and it ain't going to go well.
Because that
He does, dude.
And it's like when you see tall players like that, they're like skinny. You know what I mean? Like they're long and they're lanky, but this fool is just built. Like
he's top heavy.
You wouldn't want to get hit by him.
God no, it'd be like getting hit by a freight train.
It'd be like getting hit by Shaq.
Hey, speaking of Shaq, did you see that picture that has Draymond trying to post him up?
Yeah.
The damn caption says, "Does this picture end in a steal or a block?" Shit.
As with Draymond on the stretcher.
That shit had me dying. I was like, dude, how is this even a thing? Like,
yeah, it shouldn't be a thing.
That's just a disrespect to Shaq.
Like, you could have put somebody else on him. Like Mark Gasol.
Yeah.
You could have put somebody better, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not knocking Draymond, because Draymond is a phenomenal defensive player.
Yeah, but not against Shaq's size.
Shaq. The size difference is it's not fair.
It's so bad.
But yeah, no, it would end with Draymond in a stretcher.
have yeah, in a hospital bed.
Yeah.
Have you been keeping up or seeing anything about the Astros scandal?
No, I heard about it, but I didn't really look into it that much.
Yeah, so basically what they're doing in the 2017 series, the year that they won the championship.
Yeah.
Or the World Series, I guess is what baseball calls it.
World Series.
They were stealing signs, like from the other team, as far as like, you know, what sign meant to throw like a fastball or a slider, you know, stuff like that.
Oh wow.
And so what happened was, because like everyone tries to steal signs, you know, like it's not a big deal, like it happens, it's part of the game. If you're smart enough to debunk it or decode it, then like good for you. But what they were doing is in their home stadium, they put up like cameras and surveillance stuff like all throughout the entire stadium, and that's how they were stealing signs.
Wow. Fucking Astros.
Yeah. And so there's like this whole hoopla, because finally it's being shed to light. And they're talking about like how it's like they're like the disgrace now, which they are, like shame on you for tainting a sport like that. But it brings up the bigger question: is do they take away the World Series title? Do they take away the trophies?
Well, no. I mean,
you don't think so?
I mean, the Patriots have stole calls before, and they still got 6 Super Bowl rings. You know what I mean? Or is it 5? No, it's 5. Sorry, 5 Super Bowl rings. I could see. I mean, because I guess the Patriots didn't steal them; they just figured it out. I mean, people were like, "Oh, people went." They had people go and watch people on like at their practices with cameras, but I don't believe any of that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, I mean, because like this one was talking about like, because they were terrible at road games, but like impeccable at home. Like one of the I can't remember. I think it was Altuve. He his batting record on the road was like .1 127 or .2 something, and at home was at like .4 .5, like significantly better. Because like that was the thing, like whenever like when they got to the World Series, they were losing their away games, but they had more home games because obviously they had a better record. And so they were able to bring back Game 7 to Houston and win. So like that's what they're talking about, like whether or not they should strip the championship from them.
Yeah, I kind of forget that there are multiple games like the NBA.
Oh, they have like hundreds of games.
No, I mean like in like the World Series.
Oh, right.
I
Like
know
the
they
best
have
of
tons,
7.
But like the best of 7, yeah. Yeah, probably. Honestly, like I don't think they will. But yeah, they probably should, because that is a big difference. Like if Golden State was like stealing plays and stuff, like, well, I mean, it's kind of hard to steal plays. It's kind of hard to cheat in the NBA.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I guess that's not a very good example.
Well, because my thing about it is, like, one, I think they should have their title revoked. But two, because someone was like, because that was the year they played the Dodgers, and they're like, oh, like the championship should go to the Dodgers. And I was like, you know, at as much as I wanted to say yes, at the same time, it's still a no, because even if they were able to capitalize on the offensive side, you should have been able to do the same on offense, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, even though they were cheating and, like, were able to hit off your pitcher, whenever it came to your offensive turn, you still should have been able to do something, too. So, like, the pitcher at that point, like, was still just striking you out. He was doing better, you know?
Yeah.
Or, like, you weren't able to hit home runs or, you know, drop it in the dead space. So, you know, it's still, like, yeah. So, it's still one of those where it's like, you know, I think they should take the title away, and I think they should just mark it in history that no one won that year. But I don't think they should just automatically give it to the Dodgers, because, like, they still should have been able to capitalize more on their side.
I think they should.
So,
I think they should give it to the Dodgers. But that could be just because I like the Dodgers.
You fucking cutts. Nah, I think that year should just be a wash. But yeah, that's just been like the talk of the town.
That's crazy. I didn't know, like, I heard about it, but I didn't know what it was. Fucking Astros. Take their team away.
Yo, they need to do something. All of, like, the previous coaching staffs and all that's, like, the general managers, they've all been, like, cut. They've all been fired. Even people from, like, who left the organization and went to a different team, they've been fired.
That makes sense. That's a very good point. That's, like letting you know, like, the MLB's letting you know, like, we're not going to deal with this shit.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I like the idea of them actually, like, having it as a wash kind of thing.
Yeah, I think it should be a wash. But you know what also should have been a wash? Fucking Gretel and Hansel. Did you watch that movie?
That new one?
Me and the old lady went and watched it last night, and it was fucking awful. More lady. Dude, I was falling asleep.
Is that bad?
Dude, I was going in and out. Like, it started off really good, like, jumpy, scary, like, and then, like, obviously the story of Hansel and Gretel, once they get to the house in the woods, it just went downhill from there. Dude, I was fucking nodding in and out. I was so tired. I was like, this is not holding my interest at all.
Yeah. Dude, I went to the movies, and I think the last movie I went and saw in, like, theaters was, like, It Chapter 2. I've just been so busy. I'll probably take the old lady out on, like, for Valentine's Day or something to a movie. Maybe go. I heard Birds of Prey was pretty good.
See, I just don't know how much I trust DC movies. That's why I didn't go see The Joker.
Dude, okay, so there's a reason Joaquin Phoenix won the Oscar for Actor of the Year. That movie, he was phenomenal.
Well, I love him as an actor, like The Village and, what is it, Ladder 49, I think. Like, I love his movies.
Walk the Line, my favorite movie.
Yeah, I don't know. There's just something about the DC. If it's not Batman, then I don't know how much I trust it. But I will give you, though, Aquaman kind of saved it.
Aquaman and Wonder Woman was also really good too. I think me and you talked about it.
There was too many slow-mos.
Yeah,
yes.
I was gonna say we talked about that before though. There was a lot of slow-mos in that movie, but if you
we know how fast she is.
Minus the slow-mos, it was a very good story. It was a very good movie. But I have no complaints about Aquaman. I think Aquaman was phenomenal.
Yeah, I think Aquaman saved it. Like, it was, and it took me forever to watch it. It actually took me until July, I think it was. Yeah, like, well, I watched it on a plane ride. That was the only reason why, because I was like, there's nothing else. I guess I haven't seen it. I'll watch it. And so I watched it, and I was like, holy shit, like, this saved it.
Well, remember I was telling you, like, because I think we were, like, hanging out or whatever. It was before you moved away. I was telling you, if you go out and buy Aquaman and you don't like it, I will pay you the money and you can keep the movie.
Yeah.
You see, you would have just loved it, right?
Yeah, I would have ended up keeping it, so.
While we're on the subject of Aquaman, did you see the Super Bowl commercial with Jason Momoa?
Yes, where he fucking starts stripping down his muscles.
And he takes off his boots, he's all super short. Dude, I loved it.
Bro, I was dying.
That was like, that one, and then the Doritos commercial was my two favorite commercials in that one.
Yeah, they definitely brought back the commercials in Super Bowl this year, because the past couple years, they haven't been so great.
Yeah.
But this one has some good ones.
Yeah.
I think one of my favorite ones was the Boston one.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the overuse of the accent with Krasinski. Like,
Yeah.
It was just so funny.
I thought that it was, who was it? It was him. Wasn't Ryan Reynolds in there too?
No, it was him. It was.
Was it Brad Pitt?
Fuck me. No, I don't remember. I don't remember who it was now.
I want to say it was. I want to say it was mine and yours. Two Handsome Tuesdays. I'm gonna look it up real quick.
Well, I'll look it up. But while we're on the subject of Two Handsome Tuesdays, what's today, Trey?
Today is Thursday, so that means it's Thirsty Thursdays.
It was Chris Evans.
Chris Evans. I knew it was a handsome
and
guy.
And Rachel Dratch.
Yeah, I knew it was a handsome guy.
Yeah.
Chris Evans is a handsome man.
Thirsty Thursdays.
So what me and Jacob are going to do is we're going to talk about alcohol. Of course. We'll talk about soda. So what do you want to do? Like 3 of the beers we prefer over everything? And then
and liquor and one mixed drink.
One mixed drink.
Yeah. I'm very basic, and so like with my beers, like I'm always down to try an IPA or like, whatever, somewhere has on tap.
Yeah.
But I think if I had to like throw it in, it would be number 3 would probably be oh god, my fucking Texan side is gonna really shine. I think it's got to be like Coors Light, Michelob Ultra, and Budweiser. Like those are like my 3 that I could drink at any point in time. I don't, have to get fancy with anything. It's just a quick and easy, nice piss water beer, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah. No. Yeah. So my Hawaiian side is gonna show out. My 3 is Big Wave. I love Big Wave. Kona Brew.
And yeah, I was about to say that's a Kona Brew.
It's Kona Brew. Big Wave is the one I drink. I'm not a big. I like all of them, but Big Wave is my favorite one. 2 is Michelob Ultra. And then Budweiser.
Yeah.
Yeah, because me and you used to drink a lot of Budweiser.
Yeah, true that. What's your preferred liquor?
Jack Daniels. Well, any whiskey. I just love whiskey. There's a few whiskeys I'm not gonna fuck with. Canadian Mist, stuff like that. Cheap whiskey I'm not gonna do.
I just fucking regurgitated the fucking
The shivers. But pretty much any whiskey. The cheapest whiskey I would go is Jack Daniels. Honestly, it's like a $20 bottle. There's been times where I've drank Williams, but I'm a very big whiskey guy. I like Tennessee whiskeys, but I fuck with Irish whiskeys too. Not a big Canadian whiskey. I'm not a big fan of Crown and stuff.
Yeah.
But I will drink Crown. I drink them in Crown bombs and stuff. But whiskey's my drink.
I'm not a big fan of the cheap stuff, but I'll drink it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not gonna turn down a shot.
Yeah, true that. Yeah, mine's whiskey too. I mean, I don't think you can beat. And the reason why is because I feel like with whiskey, like you could just drop a few ice cubes in there and just sip it.
Oh, Or you can
But I don't
shoot
think
it.
you could really do that with like tequila or like vodka.
Oh, not at all.
To me, at least, you know. To me, at least, I know there are some people who can do that, but like, that's not for me.
Yeah, I can't do that either. Yeah, because with whiskey, you can drink it on ice. You get a nice bottle of like Bushmill or something cool, you know, single barrel Jack.
Yeah.
Drink it on ice, or you can shoot it with the boys, how we pretty much drink all the time. Or you can like do a Jack and Coke. You know what I mean? Something nice, you know, a little mix, mix it with. But I don't mix. I mix darks with darks. So like I drink tequila, I drink vodka and stuff like that. But it's got to be whites with whites and darks with darks. That sounded really racist.
I was about to do. That's exactly what I was about to say.
I apologize,
bro.
But dark.
White is right.
Dark,
Fucking racist, goddamn.
Dark alcohol with dark soda, or clear alcohol with clear soda. There we go. That sounds better. Sounds like, a lot better.
Like,
Save myself there.
Yeah, no, I agree. You can't do for me at least. You can't throw like whiskey in a Sprite or a Mountain Dew. Ooh, like it's just terrible.
It doesn't work.
I've tried that once, dude. It does not work.
Yeah, I think we tried that together and it just didn't work out. We were like, oh god, let's go to the store, and we went and got some Coke.
Coca-Cola.
There was Coca-Cola.
There was no way.
No way.
So speaking of mixing drinks and alcohol, what's your preferred mixed drink?
I'm not going to do Jack and Coke because I've already said how much I like Jack and Coke and stuff. There's a drink. It's kind of like taking a shot, I guess, but I'm not going to count it. It's called a Crown Bomb. It's pretty much like a Jaeger bomb and stuff like that. But what you do is you get a cup of Red Bull, small one. You do a shot of Crown, and then you get a vial. You know the vials? Of Jägermeister, and you put them in together, and the pin is the Jaeger, so you pull that, shoot the Jaeger, and then the Crown drops in the Red Bull, and you drink it from there. Or
that sounds fucking complicated.
But if we're just talking mixed drinks, I love trash cans. It's an AMF with a Red Bull thrown on the top of it. So good.
Nice.
So it gets you so drunk, but keeps you awake because the Red Bull.
See, I like it something a little bit more classy. You know, like the Moscow Mules?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, so it's basically that, but with, like, Maker's Mark instead.
Ooh, okay.
So, like a bourbon. It's super good. I made them all night long on fucking New Year's this year.
Yeah. See, like...
Yeah.
See, when I want to drink because if I'm drinking a mixed drink, it has to be to, like, we're getting trashy drunk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, if I'm drinking a mixed drink, if not, I'm just gonna... Like, if I'm chilling, there's this thing called, like, an old gentleman.
Old-fashioned?
No, it's called...
Old-fashioned.
Yeah, old-fashioned, but it's like I forget the name of the whiskey. My friend has it, but it's like an $80 bottle of whiskey, and you mix it with, like, I think it's like a vanilla, like, Coke.
Oh.
And it's super nice. It's super smooth. Like when me and him are just hanging out, we'll just sip on those kind of most of the day. We won't really drink beer. We'll just drink that.
Well, I mean, that sounds interesting.
It is.
If anybody has a drink preference, also shoot us that way.
Maybe we'll post videos of us drinking them and let you know how we feel about them.
Yeah.
Send us how to make it, and then we'll make them, and then we'll post videos of us drinking it. Maybe we'll FaceTime or whatever, because Jacob wanted to move away, and I'm too busy to go visit him.
Yeah, sounds like a sucks to suck moment, huh?
Mm-hmm. For both sides.
All right, well, let me pull up our On This Day in History provided theme song from Trey himself.
On this day in history, something cool happened. Yeah. I think that was probably the nicest one I ever did. Got into that one. I've had a few.
Yeah, unfortunately, dude, there is nothing. Alright, we'll go here. here. Back in 1977, on this day, the 27th NBA All-Star Game, West beats East 125-124. The MVP, Julius Irving. The man himself.
Oh god, that's hilarious.
Man, I wish I could have watched him play. That would have been something.
I wish there's a lot of players I wish I could watch play, but I enjoyed watching the people we grew up watching as well, though.
Yeah, true that. All right, Trey. Well, any last words?
Let's go Battlehawks.
It's fucking. I still can't believe this fucking XFL's a thing.
Me neither.
Yeah, I mean, go Houston Roughnecks. God, it just fucking cringe when that comes out of my mouth.
You should have went with the Renegades, man. That was such a cool name.
Yeah, I should have.
It's alright.
Well,
It's too late.
I'm not gonna take it back now.
Stay loyal.
All right, guys. Well, thank you for joining us. As always, I'm Jacob.
And I'm Trey.
Thanks for listening to the Morning Spill Sports Podcast. Make sure to check us out on Twitter and on Instagram. And feel free to shoot us a message. Until next time.